I just want to put this out there for it's a thought I've had in my mind for a long time now. I want to share it, and I just hope that there's somebody benefits from it, especially the men. So this is particularly addressed to the men. But if it's also open for the ladies, I want you to watch and also share your thought as well. Okay, the essence of most of my videos is to kind of bring about conversations. We talk, we address issues. All right. So what's this one about? So if you are a man and you are in a relationship with any woman, or you are at the point of getting married, there is an obvious red flag that a lot of you guys, a lot of us men ignore, and it's not been talked about enough, if at all anyone have talked about it. So, and that's exactly what I want to talk about. This kind of woman you should avoid. Okay, so if you're in a relationship with a woman, or could be for a few months or for a long time, I noticed that this woman very frequently talk about the mother, post about the mother, celebrates on her birthday, whatever thing she does, she attributes it to the mother, but she barely talk about the father. She doesn't say anything about the father. She does not even post the father on his birthday. That's you hardly hear her talk about the father, and for some, whenever they do, it's all negatives. Okay, it's all negatives. Now, if such a woman is in your life, I want you to be deliberate and very intentional. I want you to take out time to for some of them, when you ask them why, for some of you guys who have observed it and try to ask why, they become defensive, or they have nothing positive to talk about the father. Now I want you to take out time, be deliberate, be intentional, and investigate why that is so. Now I know there are some fathers who may not have been in the lives of their children, the women, the mothers would have been responsible for their upbringing, and so in that case that is a different issue entirely. But if the man and the woman are still married and living together, or even if they are separated, and the man, you just need to take out time and investigate why it is like that. If they are no longer together, find out why they are no longer together. Find out if the father have been involved in the lives of the children, and if he has been responsible. You may not need to find out directly from your woman or the mother. If it is possible, hear from the mother and hear from the father as well. Hey, you are looking to getting into that family, so you need to understand a few things, and also find out from people that know this couple. If you need to go down and travel to these places to find out, or pay some people to go and do those checks, please do. Now, this is very important, because and if you find out and you see that this man have been there, and especially if they are still married, he's been a very responsible father. He's been active in his responsibilities, taking care of them. He's not been abusive and stuff. And this thing is happening. Then you should know that woman you are involved with is probably coming from a mother who have manipulated them and weaponized them against their father, who have poisoned their mind against their father, masking every effort that the father have put into supporting and bringing them up as a parent, and even it contributing to their trainings and academics and otherwise. Now, it is possible that your woman is coming from a very manipulative mother who have done the same, who have done this to her. And if at the point of her after growing up to the point where she's not in the relationship, she has not taken time to know things for herself and make adjustment in a case where she finds out or realizes that those things are wrong, then you should avoid such a woman. Why? Because that woman will do the same thing to your children. What the mother have done to their father will be the same thing that woman will do to your children. Some women are coming from a family, from mothers who have lied to them from their childhood. They have demonized their father, and because of that, those children have grown up without having a relationship with their father. And those children take that type of mindset to their marriages. while you are there as the father, trying to groom, trying to train the children, doing what you believe is in the best interest of your kids. That woman will be there or may be there. If you're not yet married, you still have time to walk out of such a relationship or such or engagement. You may not have thought about this, you may have seen this and moved your face away, but it is important. If your wife does not have, or your woman or girlfriend of your wife to be does not have a good relationship with her father, and also take time to observe if their siblings. It could also be a personal thing between your wife and the father. But if you look down and see that even your siblings, your wife's siblings, behave in the same way, then you should run away. Or your girlfriend or your fiancé, rather, siblings behave in the same way. You should run away from that kind of a woman. You should run away from that kind of a woman. Because the most difficult thing, and especially sometimes you have also heard that, seen where some ladies or children don't have anything positive to talk about their father's family. They don't have anything positive to talk about their father's family. And it's not that some of them have even made effort to connect with them and they were pushed away. But because deliberately their mother have shielded them from the father's family, either with lies or deliberate or other actions, and pushed them deliberately to be more closer to her family. This is also a red flag you shouldn't ignore. Why? Because God forbid you die before those children grew up properly and connect to your family. Those children will be total strangers when they visit your family. They'll be, as a matter of fact, some of them will not have anything to do with your family. They'll be completely cut off. And they may not even pass your relatives on the road without even knowing these are my relatives. Now, I'm not talking about the case where, especially if you are alive, you should be very deliberate to make sure your children connect with your family. Your children know your family, know your siblings, know your relatives that are important. That's important. Yes, there's a place for protecting your children. But of course, as a parent, you will not deliberately expose your children to danger or to people that you believe will harm them. If your wife or your girlfriend or your fiancé is not close to her father's family, any member of their father's family, or have anything good to say about her father's family, that is a red flag. If she's not close to her father or have anything good to say about her father, especially when the father and the mom are still married, and if you look down and see that the siblings are also in that same circle where they disrespect their father, they ignore the father, they don't say something good about the father, or maybe this is not something you should ignore. I think it is very important. Like I said, some children have grown up being lied to by their mothers, especially when the father is not there. For some, but some grow up and they see the lies, they see through the lies, and they make adjustment, and they mend fences and reconnect with their father. For those whose moms and parents are no longer together, or even those whose parents are still together. This is very important because they may have been fed with lies. Your father is this, 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 and the children have not taken time to even find out if it is true. And if she has grown to the point where she's into relationships and even talking about marriage, and she has not found out the truth for herself and make adjustment, you should run away. Because your own children, that woman, that attitude, that thing that she has taken from her mother, she has learned from the mother, the act of manipulation, of demonizing the man, she will take it to that marriage. And you will be demonized. And that your children will grow up in your house hating you. They'll grow up in the house hating you while you are engulfed in the struggle to provide, to be here, to do this. Your children are gradually being groomed because some women are selfish. While you are in the marriage, they are thinking of a time where you are no longer there, and the time at old age where they will be the one benefiting from the children. Even though in some cases you may not even be thinking about monetary benefit or anything, but those children being around you, that connection is very important. In one of the videos I did last time, I talked about how children are involved in separating their fathers and their parents at old age by taking their mothers away from their fathers for a long time in the name of sometimes outside the country without even making provision for their fathers to be taken care of. When the mind are that vulnerable and old, and they need the companionship and the presence of their partner, their wives, they are taken away. Now, this also could be because that woman have taken time to groom those children to hate you. And in some cases, whatever they do for their mother, she earns it. She deserves it. But whatever they do for you as the father or for their father, it's a favor. We need to begin to pay attention to certain things. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.